how do I know if I have healthy boundaries in my relationship? I
Ah,
don't want to be too rigid,
yeah.
but don't want to be taken advantage of.
Yes. Oh, boundaries. We could add
Boundaries.
that as a whole conversation just with narcissism. Like, we'll do two separate videos.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. Yeah.
boundaries is a tricky thing because in my conceptualization, boundaries is dependent on the relationship and the person.
Hmm.
So this is the hard part, that it's not a black and white answer. So I would want that person to really like think about what relationship they're thinking about. So for me, for example, I have to have different boundaries with my dad than I have to do with my mom. I have to have different boundaries with my one sister versus my other sister. I have to have different boundaries with different like I think about like different pastors at my church with different experiences. Like some people are really good at speaking into this part of my life. This person's really good at it. And so I kind of have to like have different boundaries of where I go with what, who gets access. Think about boundaries in the term of access.
Hmm.
Um, and that doesn't have to be rigid. There are times that when we are like too like no boundaries, we kind of have that pendulum and we swing to rigid. Okay, cool. Accept your mess, realize we're rigid, and try to kind of come back to the middle. And in that sense, negotiate. Feel what is appropriate for that relationship, and only you can tell
Hmm.
me what is right. Nobody else on this earth. And I love this question. I'm going to challenge this person. Nobody on this earth can tell me what an appropriate boundary is except for you, between you, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. I can be over here and be like, you let them have access to your bank account? Oh, right? Like I can say that, and I'll kind of be like, I'm gonna be curious and kind of judgy about it because I'm like, your bank account, really? Boundary, cool. But in that sense, I'm gonna be really curious about what was happening inside your heart. And I want
Hmm.
them to do the same thing instead of shame spiraling, too rigid, too fluid. It's
Hmm.
what? Why? Let's be curious, let's be kind, and only you can tell me what is healthy for you.